Hey guys, so I'm currently experiencing low level rage. I was trying to film this look for my basic makeup channel and I realized I didn't record any of it. And I realized as I was getting to the end, I looked up and it wasn't recording. Didn't record a single bit. Ah, rage. Just actual rage. So I decided to do something a bit out of the box to cheer myself up and do like a favorites video because I haven't done a favorites video in so long, and it's going to be a very off the cuff favorites video because I have nothing prepared right now. Nothing in front. Well, I have crap ton of stuff in front of me. But what have I been loving lately? Like, for reals. What have I been loving? So first of all, I wanted to talk about some eyeshadow palettes. I picked up a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes at the end of April, and I've just been kind of practicing with them, doing different coloured looks, styles, all kinds of things. I mean, this is a bit out of the ordinary for me. I'll talk about this eyeshadow palette in just a moment, but first of all, I want to talk about the Boss Moods, or Boss Mood palette from Morphe. Freaking loving this guy. I mean, these are amazing eyeshadows. I'm currently obsessing over this top row. I saw the whatchamacallit, the Melt Makeup. Is it Melt Makeup or just Melt Cosmetics? But the Melt Smoke Sessions palette. Like, this is basically the Smoke Sessions vibe right there. So yeah, I've been dabbling in this row, these two rows, creating a couple of looks, filming a few tutorials with them. I'm in love with this green vibe that is like so hot right now. All these like olive martini greens and khakis and army colors, and just adore. This palette in particular, the pigmentation is lovely. They're a treat to blend. The shimmers are really nice and smooth. I haven't had any fallout. If you're in the market for this kind of palette and it is a color story that you would definitely get a lot of use out of, then I would highly recommend it. Next I have two palettes from Revolution Beauty. The first one is the Foil Frenzy palette. I'm pretty sure it was this palette that I used for my Get Ready With Me. I'll link that in the info box. But I have been really enjoying using particularly this guy. This guy has been my highlight du jour. I'll just do a quick swatch for you. Just is beautiful. These are a cream powder formula, and they are beautifully smooth. They're high shine. I really want to do something with these three here, especially this sort of like metallic-y gold and green shade. There's something similar to it in the Boss Mood palette, but I want to do something out with the Boss Mood with a shade like that and the yellow. I'm still very obsessed with like this corner. As you can see, it's quite particularly this shade is quite dug into. If I just give it a quick swatch there, it's a beautiful kind of cranberry, like raspberry red with a slight like purple. Don't know if it'll pick up. It's got a slight purple iridescence to it. You look at this palette and think, oh dear lord, it is a palette full of highly metallic shades, but it is beautiful. The colors are stunning. The black even is a joy to use because it's got that sort of metallicness to it. It goes on your eye like a gloss sort of finish. So if you like the if you prefer using like powder eyeshadows, and you think like a matte black would be too stark, this has, because it's got that reflect, because it's sort of like a gloss vibe, which is really, really cute. And then we have the Tropical Carnival shadow palette, which is where I created this look from today. It currently has a lot of shimmer in it because I decided to do these things that went kind of awry. So I suppose it's a good thing that the tutorial did not record. I wanted to try it. I've never done those glitter, like, definition, I don't know what you'd call them, but I see lots of people do them and I think they look cute sometimes, and I thought it kind of went with the look, and I don't think I did them high enough on the cut crease. It's a style I'm practicing because I know people like it. But yeah, so this is the Tropical Carnival palette. I've heard a couple of people talk crap about it, but I think it's really nice. I haven't had any problems with the eyeshadows hitting hard pan. I will say some of the mattes can be really dusty, like when you tap into them, like they kick up a lot of dust, but on your eyes they blend out really nicely. They are a bit sheer. I wouldn't say they're not pigmented because you can definitely build them up, and they blend really nicely with each other. I like the metallics, the shimmer shades. They're pigmented on their own. You put them on top of a cream base and they pop really nicely. So I think it's a really nice palette if you're looking for like an affordable, colourful palette. The only shadow that I'm not too keen on is this sort of rusty gold. I was expecting it to be like a nice sheeny bronze kind of thing, or maybe sheer out to be cleaner, but it's kind of a rusty poop shade. But that's the only color so far that I've really not liked in it, and that's the shade Spiced Rum, I think it's called. Yeah, no, that's Notting Hill. But yeah, it just comes off as like a metallic poop shade. It's I think I could probably make it work in some kind of look, but it doesn't seem to fit well into the whole scheme of the palette. You've got like color, 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 rusty poop. But I've done a purple tutorial. I was kind of doing a blue tutorial. I want to do a definite like a rainbow look out of here. Do something with the greens and something with the oranges and the coral. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm glad I picked it up. I've been using it quite a bit to practice with, coming up with different looks. This look in particular I've done twice already. Like practicing to do a tutorial and then go to do the tutorial and it doesn't record, so awesome. I also wanted to touch really quickly on my MAC blushes. With filming the tutorials, I kind of wanted to change it up just a little bit. I'm still project panning blushes, but when I'm doing like fun things in the evening, I'll change it up a little bit. Like today I have on Modern Mandarin, which I don't think it comes off as too orange. I applied it with a dual fiber brush, this guy from EcoTools, and just did sort of like a light wash of colour. But I don't think that's probably its truest form. But this is a sort of nectarine orange, well, mandarin orange, I suppose, with some shimmer in it, and I think it goes really nicely. I kind of miss wearing like bright coloured blushes. Most of the blushes I pan are very neutral toned, very pinky, very earthy, and sometimes you just want to put some colour on your face. Having said that, the rest of the shades in here are very earthy. Desert Rose was kind of what kicked off my rekindling of my MAC blushes. I found it down the back of an ottoman whilst I was cleaning by the window, and I was like, oh my god, I knew I had this blush. I wondered where the hell it was. And I started using it, and it's like a dusty rosy colour. It looks beautiful. And then I went on into these guys, and we have like Harmony. And this guy is Format. Yeah, we have Format, which is like a shimmery bronze shade. And then you got all your like other earthy tones, like your Raisin. And I also was using one of my Lancome blushes in the shade Rose Indian, which is like a very intense purple. If it's close to the surface of the drawer, I'll pull it out. This guy. I used this in a tutorial that I've filmed lots of tutorials. I just need to edit them and get them uploaded. That's one of my big issues. But this guy, once is like, it looks so freaking scary. I mean, whoo. But once you start putting it on and start blending it out, it gives a really nice sort of innocent flush to the cheeks. I feel like I'm wearing so much makeup right now. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm just seeing all this. Like, I don't have my glasses on, so it doesn't really help. Yeah, I feel like I look horrible in the camera. This is not me fishing for compliments, I swear. I genuinely think I look awful. I feel like my lips look like I've had a really bad lip injection. I tried to do this like ombre thing with Teddy lip lacquer from NYX, and I put over Honey Bun from Bare Minerals. Which, segueing, other favourite, loving this lipstick so much. I've used quite a bit of it already. Spoiler for the update, but here is a swatch of Honey Bun. It's just pretty and easy to use. Just throw it on and away you go. I'm wearing on top of lip lacquer, well, liquid lipsticks, lip liners, just whatever. I'm just throwing it on. If I don't know what shade to wear, I've been wearing that guy. I haven't really got a whole lot to talk about lipstick wise because I just, with panning them, I kind of get a bit bored sometimes. I still love my Gen Nudes, the lip creams. They're just freaking fantastic and fabulous, and I love them. And I know that they have like bright shades in this formulation now. Whether or not they're still around when I finish my year of panning will be another question. If they are, I might pick up a few. With everything that's going on in my situation at the moment, I'm kind of on like an unofficial, official no-buy kind of thing. Like there's with the way I've budgeted, there's literally no loose change to spend on makeup. So yeah, I'm not anticipating purchasing much for the rest of the year. If I happen to have any free cash, I might pick up a little something, but highly unlikely. So I'm just kind of digging into the archives of what I have. Speaking of which, sitting right here, MAC paint pots. I have been just digging these like crazy. We have Let Me Pop, which is a shimmery kind of orangey gold. This one here is Camel Coat, which is a matte sort of taupey beige. And I actually used this in this look just now to sort of cut the crease and put my shimmery blue shade on top of. I've also been really loving Vintage Selection, but I'm not sure where I placed it at the moment. It's somewhere in the vicinity because I've been using it a lot. I've actually kind of got this acrylic marble sort of oblong tray right here that I've been keeping my most used things on, like my liquid highlighter drops. This is going to be like the most sort of jarring favorites ever. I mean, I don't think it's like a monthly favorites or anything like that. It's just what I've been using, what I've been loving. Because with like doing so many project pans like I am, I don't really want to do like a monthly favorites because it's gonna be like so repetitive. Like my weekly makeup baskets are pretty much the same products every week, so I think that's repetitive enough without doing a monthly favorites and then showing you the same products all over again. But talking about showing you the same products all over again, I have two little things that I've been really enjoying. The this is a little bit of a spoiler, but you know, not everyone watches every video. This is the Balisans bronzer from Becca. I hit a really good pan in this guy. I have been loving this. It is such a soft, natural blush, bronzer, not blush, bronzer. I used to, I was applying it with this brush. It's the powder brush from number 7. It's really nice. It's got a nice sort of, the way it's angled is quite flat and it's fluffy, so you can kind of get a bit of a sculpt going whilst it being diffused. And then I misplaced that, so I was actually using this guy for a little bit, and this is the EcoTools Blending and Bronzing Brush, and I actually think this would be fabulous for like mineral powder or even liquid foundation, possibly. It's dense, but it's still got a big give to it, so it's got fluffiness. But for applying bronzer, it does make the bronzer very intense. Like if you like a lot of bronzer, this would be the brush to go for. But most recently I've been using this guy. This is the Morphe M402. It's the big angled bad boy, and this gives the most natural effect out of the three of them. I know we're all in this awkward situation now where no one can talk about Morphe without it people being like, oh, you're just shilling, you're just jumping on the bandwagon. I swear, I'm not. I actually genuinely like pretty much, I would say 80% of the Morphe stuff that I've purchased, I really like. There are things from like, what is the range? They've gotten rid of it now, so it doesn't really matter. But they had this range that was like the black ferrule, the black handle, and then everything was initialed with a B, so I think it was Badger, but you had everything was a B plus a number, so this is the B70, and I didn't really like any of the brushes in this range. The powder brushes shed a lot, and when you wash them they bled a lot. I found the eyeshadow brushes were really scratchy, but like I believe this is the professional line, but this is now their basic line. Maybe the B stood for basic, who knows, but this is like their general base rate range now, the M range, and I haven't had any problems with any of the brushes from that, apart from one that I bought from Cult Beauty. I usually get all my Morphe brushes direct from Morphe, but I bought one as a gift through Cult Beauty, and it was a fan brush, and I love my fan brush that I got from them. I say that and mine's all jagged. It dried weird. I'm sorry. I not long washed my brushes and this one sort of dried in between two brushes. But you can still see how full this is. The one I got from Cult Beauty was like this level of fullness, but all the way around. Like you can see how dense it is here, but like it looked, although it had a third of the amount of hairs in it. And that's the only bad M brush that I've ever gotten. This is the M310, in case you're curious. I didn't mean to go on a little ramble about brushes, but there you go. But yeah, as I was saying, this is just a beautiful natural color. If I finish this guy, if they're still producing next year, I might pick up this shade again, the Balisans, and I might pick up a darker shade. We'll see. I'm still working my way through my Guerlain blushes. I have 4 Guerlain blushes. two that are very nice winter spring shades, and two that are definitely very intense summer shades. So we'll see where we are. I might not purchase any bronzer for a good long time. We'll see. But another Becca product that I've been loving is Becca Opal. I'm very happy that I decided to buy these minis. You can get the minis for £16 from you can get them from Cult Beauty, Space NK, and I'm pretty sure Boots now carries them, because Boots carries Becca now. Like, when did this happen? Like, I am so out of the loop when it comes to like makeup and stuff. Like, Jesus. Boots carries It Cosmetics, Becca, Too Faced is now back at Boots. Who thought that was gonna happen? I don't know why it disappeared in the first place. Like, it was always at Boots, and then it decided to go, no, we're going to Debenhams now, and now we're back at Boots. What else? Fenty Beauty, if I didn't mention that, Becca. And I'm sure there's another couple of big brands that are like in Boots now. Who knows? We're not in the shopping mindset, so I don't really need to think about it, do I? But I'm so happy that I picked up the small sizes. I have Opal, Vanilla Quartz, Moonstone, and Rose Gold. I had to repress my Rose Gold because it came sort of dumped out of the pan anyway, and then I went to use it fairly recently and it just kind of crumbled to crap. So I repressed it. But I definitely think that once I've gone through all the mini highlights, I might repurchase Opal. I heard a lot of people say that this is very dark for like fairer skin. And I suppose it could be depending on how heavily you apply it. But I really, really love this stuff. I got it on as a highlight today. It's one I often use when I'm filming makeup looks. It can come off as a very stark gold. I tend to apply mine with a another Morphe brush. Surprise, surprise. This guy. This is the M438, and it's a very this is a very classic style highlighting brush, I think. You could also use this for contour. I think that's what most people used to use this for before. But yeah, I love this guy for applying highlight. It sort of buffs as it applies, which I really like. Sort of melds it into the skin. And I think that's me done. I don't actually have a whole lot more to talk about, like favourites wise or anything like that. Let me know if you enjoyed this little makeup ramble. Maybe I'll title it that. My rambling makeup favourites. I don't know. I just needed a bit of cheering up after that slight annoyance with this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys are enjoying lately. What is your go-to product? What is your most used product at the moment? Let me know, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.